What's in the name Donald Trump? Now, a big handout to P.P. Simmons, who brought this to my attention. Now, he focused on the name Donald Trump. This is a name at the moment which is everywhere. It's all over the internet. It's all over the television, radio. You can't get away from hearing about this guy's attempt at being the president. So Trump is everywhere. Now, what I found particularly interesting about the video that P.P. Simmons did was that he looked into the etymology of his name. And surprisingly, something quite interesting, almost explosive, you could say, came out about it. Now, the name Donald relates to Celtic word, and interestingly, it means ruler, mighty ruler of the world. I mean, can you believe that? The name Donald actually says that's what it means. Now, looking at the surname, Trump, it's got various connotations. One of them is to deceive and cheat. But another one, and don't panic on this, and I mean don't panic, another one refers to scriptural references. Now, so I looked into this when he said this, and I found them. I found the etymology of his name. So by searching, I found. Now, when it comes to scripture, I mean, scripture can be very confusing. It's difficult to know how to reference things and whether it's a prophecy or whether it's just an indication. So, like anyone else, it's very easy to get confused by scripture. But what is interesting in scripture is all the references to war and trumpet and the sound of war, and how it was used in many biblical battles to announce the people to call them together. So, I mean, I'm not giving a final warning here, but all I'm saying is that it's interesting, is it not? So again, looking at the guy Trump, who is literally everywhere, and realizing that his name means ruler of the world, and the trumpet part, or the trump, if on closer inspection, refers to, trumpeting prior to a war or an important event. Now, Donald Trump, we know, he's an absolute shark. I mean, in real estate, he's built the most luxurious casinos, hotels all over the world. And so we know that he's a man who is used to getting his own way and negotiating various things. And, it does appear that he's somewhat unstoppable. He has an attitude where he literally gives the fingers to other organizations. I mean, he doesn't care. He's a board executive, board company man, and he doesn't follow boards, if you know what I mean. He puts his marker down, he stamps his fist, and in the boardroom, I'm sure he's a formidable character, which clearly he is. He's got an approach of speaking to people which sounds like he's a regular guy. He uses language. Now, his language is very interesting because a lot of what he said has been compared to other people. One person in particular, I mean, look at the corresponding similarities. So, if we're to look at scripture, we also have to acknowledge that scripture tells us that the Creator, he can use good people and bad people to make his points known. So I don't want people to panic, but we don't know how anything operates. But it's it's like a trumpet warning to perhaps something is going to happen. So I think it's very interesting that this discovery was made about the etymology of his name. So on that note, I'll like to say goodbye on that one and just think about it. Okay, over and out.